Hi, so we're trading ES on a 2000 tick chart with a 21 EMA. So price started out in this big uptrend, then we had a break and a new high right about where I started trading. And so the uptrend played out and we had this clear range going by. So we had these up, up, down, clear range. And so price made a first entry long, second entry long, failure. Now, this trade is not that good to take um, because it does already have two legs down, but it's also in the middle of the range, and you don't want to enter right in the middle of the range. That's the main problem with it. And so if you took it, um, I don't think you would have gotten out on 1-to-1. Maybe you would have actually. Yeah, it looks like if you entered one tick early, your target would have been tapped, but you would have gotten stopped out. So then we get a first entry short, second entry short, but again, it's right at the exact same place. You're entering in the middle of the range, so you still can't take that. Um, it does work, but that's just a coincidence. So anyway, we do have these two bigger legs down now. So first leg down, second leg down, and then third leg down. And we have these three lows right here, these highs. So we're clearly in this range, and the EMA is flat. So then price breaks out of the lows, and most breakouts fail. It does fail. So you'd look for a setup to go long here. And there's not really anything to take. You have this downtrend working towards the lows. You finally get a break, new low, and this bar is just too big to enter on, and I wouldn't enter on the engulfing bar um, because they they can fill and then they can go back and close bearish. So that's why I don't like taking engulfing bars. Then we get a higher low, but it's it's just too big. It has a rejection off the EMA, so it just doesn't look that good to me to take. So then we go into this uptrend, and we never get a break of this channel, so we can't take this short up here, even though it has a good signal bar. It's just it's still inside the uptrend, so that would basically be counter trend trading. We get another downtrend to the lows. We get a break, new low, higher low, and then a failed second entry. So first entry short, second entry short, failure. But it's again not very good to take because it's congestive and you just close back below the EMA. Usually when you take a reversal pattern, because this is a reversal pattern, downtrend plays out, failed second entry, short reversal pattern. You want it to really be above the EMA. As soon as it closed above the EMA, it closed right back below, and that's just not what you want to see when you take a reversal pattern. So there's really nothing to take here. At this point, I lowered the lows down to here. I just thought they fit a little bit better after the two breakouts. So then we had this uptrend rushing out of the highs. We get a break and a new high. This uptrend is played out. Then we get two legs down, and then we go into a congestion. And so we go into this congestion right here, and then there's nothing to take. It's just congestive, and then we get a leg up. And then I raise the highs eventually to here after I got these two legs up. And then we can see that there's a much bigger range in play. So we have these highs, these lows, EMA is flat directly through all the bars, so we're in this range. We don't get anything until we get two legs down here. I don't really like this for a long because you're entering right in the middle of the range again, and it yeah, that's the main reason. You're just entering right in the middle. It's a huge bar, just not very good. But then we get this uptrend going towards the highs, a break, new high, with a perfect signal bar, breaking out of the range. Most breakouts fail. Price has already been chopping straight through the EMA, and so I think this is good to take. I took this trade. Uptrend plays out with a break, new high. Uptrend played out, so it's just a fade with a good signal bar. So this trade is really good. Go 1-to-1 on that. That is 3.25 points. And so then here we get another first entry short, second entry short off the highs of the range. It's a breakout. Most breakouts fail. There is room. It didn't reach these lows, so that worried me. I didn't take this trade. I just thought it was good after the fact. But it didn't reach these lows, but it did have room for a one-to-one trade before it got down to this low right here. So I thought it was alright to take. And it's also a second entry closing out of the short-term trend line, so I think that looks pretty good. So that launches this huge downtrend. It goes straight through both sides of this channel, right? I mean, of this range right here. And we push through, and then we get a break. So downtrend, break. When a downtrend gets a break, you can expect prices to make a new low. And so that's what I was thinking here. This is where I took a loss. So I was thinking, okay, we basically have two legs up. It is technically a third entry, but you can see it's one leg up and then two legs up right there. And so it's a good signal bar off the EMA, but what I didn't draw was this short-term uptrend that's in play. If I had drawn this, I would have known to stay out of it because it bounced right off of it. So downtrend, break, expecting a new low, looking for a setup off the EMA, but there's an uptrend in play. So then this uptrend gets a break and a new high, so the uptrend is played out, and it's safer to look for a new low for this downtrend now. And it's also a breakout pullback off of this big range right here. Good signal bar. If you draw the short-term trend line, I thought it kind of closed. I can't really tell if it's closed in or closed out, but I thought it closed out, so I took this easy one-to-one trade. So I made back all of the loss right there. So I'm basically up net one trade at this point. And that is how I ended the day. But then here we get a first entry long, second entry long, failure. There's no good setup here because it's really choppy. There's a lot of bars stacked up, and it closed above the EMA. So like here, you could enter into the EMA because it's so choppy and it's been chopping straight through the EMA. But here, even though it's choppy, it's still finding resistance at the EMA, so you don't want to short into the EMA. So even though there's a failed second entry long, you still don't want to go short here. So then we get a move down, break, two legs to a new low. There's no setups along the way. There's this lower high here, but it's directly into these lows. It's not off the EMA. It's just not a very good looking trade. But then we get a reversal pattern. So we have two big legs down at this point, and then price shoots through the EMA. We get a first entry short, second entry short, failure. But your entry to go long here is not off the EMA. There's really no good signal bar to go long here. And it's just, there's really no entry here. So then we get push below the EMA, push right back up. So now it's two legs up on a bigger picture. First leg, second leg. And then we can look to go long off the EMA still, but it just keeps pushing below and closing down. And then so it's really just chopping around here. And you can really draw this range here. So there's really no setups. We get another first entry long, second entry long, failure. No setup. The bars are really big. It's in the middle of the range. No way you can go short here. We get down to these lows. First entry short, second entry short, failure. This actually looks a lot better than anything else in this range, but it is right in the middle. So I would not want to take it. If you did take it, it almost stopped you out. It would have scared you, but it did end up working. Then we push higher, go to this uptrend. It's held once, twice, three times, four times, five times, six times. Uptrend, break, and yeah, we're at the end of the day. There's nothing else to really look at. There's no trades going up here. You would want this to be off the EMA, so you wouldn't really want to buy here. Maybe if it was really small, you would want to take the risk because it is a second entry long off the key entry point. but I want to see it off the EMA. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Um, so basically, I was up one trade. I took this winner, and then I lost here, and then I took a winner here. So it's still a good day. Up, up 3 points. Um, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.